Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Last time we had some training from Yoda on the planet Dagobah, but Luke has sensed his friends in peril and now makes his way to Bespin. Even though we never saw him having sensed any of that in the game, that's what happens. Again, it will only tell us in the opening crawl, so let's just get on with the opening crawl. It is time for Luke to face off against the evil Lord Darth Vader and find out the horrible truth that everyone over the age of 4 knows. In Chapter 5, Cloud City Trap, barely a few weeks into it. A few weeks? He was there for like a night. If Han and Leia's story is anything to go by, he was there for like a day or a night or something. It never really has a day on Dagobah. Barely a few hours into his Jedi training with Yoda, Luke Skywalker has had a vision of his friends captured by Darth Vader. Against Yoda's advice, the impetuous young Jedi sets his X-Wing fighter on a course for Cloud City. Here he hopes to find Han Solo and Princess Leia, little guessing in his haste that he himself is the true target of Vader's trap. A few weeks? He was there for like a day. This is another reason why I don't get the criticism for Rey. I mean, the whole, oh, she's good at everything thing, I can kind of agree with that. I do think they do overdo it. But Luke is, yeah, he loses. And he does get his, you know, we do have like the scene before the fight. Vader is chucking a lot of stuff at Luke and he is really failing at deflecting them and stuff. By the way, Luke's outfit just magically changes, as it does in the film. I'm pretty sure this is not his Hoth outfit, was it? Like, was he? Is it the outfit he was wearing on Hoth? I don't think it was. You know, maybe minus like the padding and everything. In which case, where did that go? And how was he able to wear that over the pilot suit? I don't know. Right, our power brick is in there. Can R2 get over there? I'm pretty sure he can. There we go. Okay, there we can. That requires Bounty Hunter. So that R2 needs to go over there. I know I've been deliberately avoiding them, but I kind of want that one because I think that's the invincibility power brick. So I kind of want it. Yeah, R2 will be with us the entire fight. But yeah, it's like Luke trained. Everyone complains. Oh, Rey was only with Luke for like a day, and the whole this entire trilogy so far has taken only like 2 days. Yes, that I think you are right about. But you know, Luke is on Dagobah for about a day. He is barely on Dagobah. You know, there it says a few weeks, but if Han and Leia's storyline is anything to go by, it was not a few weeks. It's like a day, if that, if not just half a day. Unless it takes Han and Leia the equivalent of like a month to get to Bespin, which I doubt, considering the Millennium Falcon is damaged. Then no, it hasn't been a few weeks. It has been a few hours. And Luke, yes, he loses. Yes, Vader is able to chuck a lot of stuff at him. But he is still able to hold himself against Vader for a very long time for somebody who has only had Jedi training for a few hours. Now, yes, from some sources anyway, say that The Empire Strikes Back does take place a couple of weeks, I think. Not weeks, a couple of years, like 3 years or so after what's it called? A New Hope. I was gonna say The Force Awakens. It's the same film. It's the same film. And Luke was able to, and yet, so you know, it's like he does have a bit more time to have learned how to use some things. Like the Force, I mean, he's able to pull the lightsaber back towards him when he's trapped in the ice. But we never like, who's training him? He's only been able to train himself when doing that. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I think I did hit him. This is what we gotta do. We gotta keep activating the carbonite thing. And then he'll attack you. You hit him about 1 or 2 times, and then you have to use the carbonite thing again. The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet. You're getting there, though. You're getting there. I just realised I never actually did the second part, so... Just wait a bit. Look, it's not Windex, okay? I know it's not, but it's the store brand. It's just as good. No. It leave a film. Look, I don't care about the film. Just use it. No. I know can clean. Again, I'm very selective with the language I use on this channel. It's weird, isn't it? Maybe I should just stop. Stop entirely. Let's make this a family channel. Oh, yeah, right. Weirdly, you still need the helmet for this. R2! Now, Luke is a bit of an oddball when it comes to putting helmets on. Once you put the helmet on, he always does that animation. Like, he looks left and right. They shortened it a bit here, from the looks of it. Because in LEGO Star Wars 2, once the helmet goes on, he looks left and right, or right and left, whichever way around he does it. And then he sort of just, like, lifts his hands in the air as though he's British. That is the British expression for everything. But just lift the hands in the air a little bit and then shake your head. That's what he does. And they got rid of the second parts of that, thankfully, because it does take a while, especially when you have to keep putting the helmets back on. But I don't know why they do it in the first place, because, like, Tatooine Luke and other Luke, whichever, it's like Tatooine Luke and Stormtrooper Luke. I don't think you can do it with Pilot Luke because he's already got a helmet on, but Tatooine and Stormtrooper Luke, he can just put those helmets on and then he won't react to it in any way. R2, why did you just do that? Oh great, is R2 stuck in an ender soup? R2, why do you keep doing that? I don't know what that was all about. So I don't know why they decided to just give later versions of Luke that animation. And if they're going to cut out half of it, why don't they just cut it out entirely? If he's the only character that does that. Hey, we're a true Jedi. Hang on, I thought we were not a Jedi yet. We are now. We are. We're a true Jedi now. Okay, this part goes on for a while. Just stormtroopers, stormtroopers, stormtroopers. That mini kit right there, I just want to say, I haven't encountered it in the Complete Saga, but I've only played through the Complete Saga one time. I've played LEGO Star Wars 2 a number of times. That is one of the most annoying mini kits to get, for the simple reason that it tends to lock me in that little space in there. Because you need to go through that crawling thing, obviously. You need a small character to do so. But while I can go, in order to go through it, for some reason it never works unless I hit it with the Ewok's catapult. It's like the Ewok is the only one that can use it. And they all have this brown thing above them in LEGO Star Wars 2. Pretty much all of them have that. So I don't know why it only requires the Ewok. And it tends to only be the other side that needs it. And I don't know why. Like, you can crawl through it as like the Jawa, or I think it's just the Jawa actually. Like, they can crawl through it, but then they won't be able to get back out the other side because for some reason it only works if you have the catapult. So you are stuck in the level, and your only way to get out is to exit the level. So, you know, if you're going in free play mode, always select either Wicket or the standard Ewok. otherwise you're going to be stuck there. I don't know if it happens here, but that is what happens in the complete saga. That's what happens in LEGO Star Wars 2, and yeah, Yoda will always do this one automatically. Yoda? R2 will always do this one automatically. Vader, why do you keep standing on these things? Like, what are you trying to achieve by continually standing on these things? So is this still a carbonite thing? And cut. And we're back. Hey guys, thanks for your patience. You have got to keep spinning this thing around. This is the tedious part of the level. You killed me. You'll die first. Because Jedi have no issue killing stormtroopers. The Jedi are selective as well. Unfortunately, the clones do come back. And usually by the time R2 is done with this thing, the clones do come back. But for once, they didn't. And yes, I call them clones. Stormtroopers, clones, I don't know. They quickly abandoned the clone concept. I will be back for you, studs. In free play mode. Oh! And down I go. There go those studs. It's a good thing I got the true Jedi. Hitting the... I don't know why. I didn't mean for Luke to do that. Alright. Once I get the bearings on the controls. It's a good thing Arsu stops in place when he does that, Zapper. And Vader will never attack Arsu. Even though I think Arsu should know who Vader is, shouldn't he? Wasn't he there at the time? Oh, come on. Oh, Luke! Why did you aim for R2? I mean, great, this is playing out a lot more like the film now. I'll give it that. This is a lot closer to how the film works. Yeah, now we gotta do this the second time. What's weird is that slicing them in half like that is strangely satisfying. There we go. He jumped right over it! Oh, come on! I've never seen that. He just jumped right over it. How does pausing the game mess me up like this? Why do I keep pressing B? Oh! I still don't get why they don't attack Astromechs. This applies to LEGO Star Wars 3 as well, where it's even weirder because they attack R2 and 3PO quite a lot in that. He's going to jump again. He's going to jump again. Oh, he didn't jump this time. And now we can make a platform. I thought everything got sucked out of that window, but apparently not. Oh, so when you're on a planet with an atmosphere, everything gets sucked. I mean, I know that is what happens if you shoot a plane window or something like that. If a plane window breaks, you're getting sucked out. But they'll have that in this area, even though it only applies to this bit. And how we ended up further away from the window, I don't know. But that applies to here, but it doesn't apply when you're inside a ship's hangar. You know, so you can just come straight down. You don't have to wait for the animation to finish. And this is how the rest of it plays out. We all know where we're going. We all know where this is going. How there is a video on YouTube of somebody reacting to the whole "I am your father" scene. She must be at least in her late 20s. How you? I don't know where she's been this entire time. I found out all as a kid about this, and I didn't watch Star Wars until my later childhood. And I love that. I love this. I love that way of explaining it. Oh, spoiler alert. No, I am your father. Well, that's alright. I was just... Whoa! Oh, this is fine. I just like how this actually isn't even the comedic effect. That actually happens in the film. Oh! God, I thought that looked painful before. Even though he's made of Lego, it looks more painful when that happens. But yeah, they actually did do something a bit comedic in that scene. He didn't hover in the air for a few seconds, but other than that, it's the same. Okay, well, since The Empire Strikes Back pretty much is a film of two sides, we have the Han and Leia storyline and we have the Luke storyline. We've had the Han and Leia stuff, then we went to Luke, stayed with Luke, and now it's back to Han and Leia. And we meet another black person in Star Wars. You know, the people that have been there since that sounds really wrong. You know, people that have been in Star Wars since the very beginning. We've had James Earl Jones. Now it's time for another one, but they're only an issue in modern Star Wars for some reason, even though we've literally just trained with an alien. So, I will see you guys next time.